Welcome into a brand new segment called Yes'm or Nosa. I'm Mike Hart of the Hippies and Cowboys, and I'm going to talk about new stuff that's happening in the country music world around us right now. And it's either going to get a big yes'm, as in that's good stuff, good for the industry, or a big fat no sir. And if it's a no sir, you probably don't want to listen to it again, and it's going to be painful for me to make this video. First up, we have Mike and the Moonpies releasing yet another album this year. This one's called One to Grow On. And I'll tell you right now, it's getting a big yes'm. If there is one honky-tonk song that you dig out there from some era in time, you're gonna like the Moonpies. Check out the new album. The Moonpies can just keep doing what they've been doing for all of time, and I'm gonna be stoked about it. This album just through and through is solid country gold, no pun intended. You know, this album has just a bit of everything. Paycheck to paychecks, it's honky-tonk, blue-collar song that a lot of people are going to get down with and dig. And just through and through, it's one that you need to see. So big fat yes'm to Mike and the Moonpies. Also catch them live. They put on a badass live show. That brings us to Walker Hayes. I don't know why he's still in the news. I don't know why he's still relevant. But his song Fancy Like has been #1 on the country music charts for over a month now. And I can't imagine why. I mean, there's hardly anything in that song outside of a couple rogue 90s country references that even makes it a country song. So I feel like it's appropriate for me to bring out this old clip back from a couple years ago when he was on Good Morning America and his auto-tune went out. And I think people need to see kind of what he sounds like acoustically, because I like my live shows to sound like the product that they're putting out on their records, and there's none of that here. So good luck with this little clip I'm going to pull up for you.
You love it, you want some more of that. You made me smile like I did when we were radio kids, catching that countdown on Sunday. Check, yes, please. Girl, you know you take my track, sexy. Got me spinning.
Again, I apologize. These nosas are going to be rough nosas, and Walker Hayes gets an eternal no sir from me. I can't imagine that he's been on #1 on country charts for a whole month. I mean, you got the TikTok dances and all that, but I mean, he's violently bad. Turning things to a brighter note, 3 of our past guests on the podcast teamed up with awesome record labels in the last few weeks. I'm going to go through sequential order here, starting with Emily Scott Robinson, who had an awesome GoFundMe Kickstarter on her new album that's set to release, where in like 2-3 days, it took her to crowdfund an entire album, which is like, I can't remember off the top of my head, but about $30,000. It was extremely impressive. And she teamed up with Oh Boy Records, and I was just talking with Jody Whalen from Oh Boy this weekend about it, and boy, we're all stoked to see that partnership be formed. Then we had Morgan Wade sign with Artista Nashville. Now, I've heard some mixed emotions on this because people think that she's selling out. I don't think you can say that an artist is selling out before you've even heard the new record. So congrats, Morgan, on making it. I'm really looking forward to that new album. And the last one I'm going to talk about, which I'm super stoked about, is our pals 49 Winchester and Isaac Gibson over there. They signed with New West Records just in the last few days, which, I mean, they're still coming off of their last album, 3, and I assume this means that more music is coming for them, and that partnership is big time, and I'm just ready for that band to freaking blow up. So congrats, 49 Winchester. All 3 of these artists get a big fat yes'm for signing with some awesome record labels. Lastly, and this is a really tough one because we've lost another soldier who I thought was on the good side of things from back when I was a kid. Good Directions, people are crazy. Billy Currington has released an album, and Kyle Coronios from Saving Country Music called it possibly the worst country album ever made. I thought he was exaggerating because he does that a lot, and I don't agree with all of his takes, not many of his takes, I don't know. But he wasn't exaggerating. It's awful. You could say that he had bad directions. You could say that maybe he took a left on the interstate and it led him straight to Atlanta. It's a bad album. You could say the turnips have gone rotten. I would wager that Miss Bell has her sweet tea offer off the table because this is some pretty bad stuff. And I'm going to play you a little clip, just enough to where I don't get in trouble for playing you a little clip. And I'm really sorry for doing this, but you just have to hear how bad it is. And I feel like if I play a super short clip on here, that'll save you from like going and looking at it yourself and then listening to potentially longer than you need to listen to realize how terrible this is. And like, I don't understand how they can possibly throw the country label on this, but they keep doing it.
All night, thinking about the way you treated me, but I was down.
So there's a little bit. It gets worse. So I'm going to play another one from later in this same song, and hopefully if I split it up here, I won't get flagged and get in trouble. So let's try it here just moments later in this same song, and then I promise I'll save your ears and we'll be done.
Something only you can change. I don't know how to.
So that's it. I guess Billy's done making country music. Maybe he'll come back around, but they usually don't. I hate to do it to you, Billy, but that's the biggest no-suh of the day. A bigger no-suh than Walker No Talent Hayes. I'm sorry, Billy, but at the end of the day, I'm really not. This has to be one of the most maddening attempts at throwing a country label on a song on an album and just expecting people to take it. But maybe, if there's any good to come out of this, maybe people will hear this and be like, come on, like, there's no way this is country. And maybe, you know, open some eyes and be like, what the fuck is going on here? So, not so fast, we have a bonus. Our pal, Drayton Farley, just reached 1 million streams on Spotify for his album, A Hard Up Life. That's it right here. And that is a big yes. Spotify sent him a 50% coupon to KFC as a prize for reaching 1 million streams on Spotify. And I'd say that's a big no, sir. Or is it a yes? You be the judge. Are you still watching? I guess if you are, go follow our podcast, Hippies and Cowboys. We bring better music to more ears and talk to our favorite artists, people who we dig. And maybe you'll dig them too. So check it out and maybe discover an artist or two that you didn't know. Thanks for watching.